Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Brutal reality check for Lakers as Luka masterclass wasted, Steph makes history, NBA wrap. Luka Doncic scored a game-high 45 points but could not prevent the Los Angeles Lakers from slumping to a third straight defeat in a 126-106 pounding by the Milwaukee Bucks. Doncic, the Lakers' prime offensive weapon in the absence of the injured LeBron James, got off to an electrifying start at Milwaukee's Fiserv Forum, erupting for 29 points in the first half alone. But Doncic was unable to sustain that incredible scoring pace through the second half as the Bucks tightened their defense and took control, outscoring the Lakers 31-19 in the third period to build a formidable 20-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. That lopsided third frame proved decisive as Milwaukee closed out a victory that leaves them in fourth place in the Eastern Conference with a 37-28 record. The Lakers meanwhile fell to 40-24 and remain fourth in the Western Conference after their third consecutive loss of a road trip that concludes with a daunting visit to Nikola Jokic's Denver Nuggets on Saturday. Austin Reeves backed Doncic with 28 points, but only one other Lakers player, rookie Dalton Knecht, with 10 points managed to make double figures. Milwaukee meanwhile had no such problems, spreading the scoring around with Giannis Antetokounmpo finishing with 24 points, Brook Lopez 23 and Damian Lillard and Kevin Porter Jr. adding 22 points apiece. Gary Trent Jr. also made a useful contribution for the Bucks with 16 points from the bench, all from three-point range. On the other hand, Lakers big man Alex Len, who was a late addition to the team after the Mark Williams trade fell through, was once again ineffective and came under the scrutiny of Reggie Miller in commentary, who urged coach J.J. Redick to play small ball. "Len is not guarding anyone, he's not scoring, he's not rebounding," Miller said. Elsewhere, Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry became the first NBA player ever to score 4,000 three-pointers on Friday, extending his runaway lead as the greatest long-range shooter in basketball history. Curry went into Friday's clash against the Sacramento Kings needing just 2 threes to reach the unprecedented 4,000 mark, just days after reaching 25,000 career points last Sunday. Curry, who turns 37 on Saturday, took his time before completing the final few steps of his journey towards a scoring milestone once considered unthinkable before the four-time NBA champion revolutionized the art of three-point shooting. The Warriors' ace drained his first three-pointer of the night late in the first quarter, coolly finding the bucket from 26 feet to move to 3,999 career threes. That was one of just 3 attempted three-pointers by Curry in the first half as the Warriors took a 61-51 lead into the break. But he then had San Francisco's Chase Center crowd roaring its appreciation in the third quarter as he finally reached the 4,000 mark, dropping in a bucket from 27 feet with 8 minutes 19 remaining in the period to make it 72-63, with the Warriors going on to win 130-104. Curry's three-point haul is the latest achievement in a career that ensures he will be remembered as one of the greatest players in the history of the NBA. Dwayne Wade calls out LeBron James after Stephen A. Smith incident. Dwayne Wade and LeBron James formed one of the best 1-2 punches in the NBA during their time playing together on the Miami Heat, but the dynamic of their long-standing relationship is much different in 2025. Wade, 43, retired from the NBA in 2019. James, 40, has continued playing into his 22nd professional season, fulfilling his dream of playing alongside his son, Bronny James, on the Los Angeles Lakers this season. Meanwhile, Wade has embarked on a career in the sports media world, putting him in a position where he is often required to critique his old friend and teammate. Their relationship did not get in the way of Wade calling out James on Carmelo Anthony's 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast in the wake of James' public beef with Stephen A. Smith over his coverage of Bronny James. "We've never seen LeBron do that," Wade said, referring to James' face-to-face confrontation with Smith at the Lakers-Knicks game on March 6. "He's always been even-keeled and level-headed in every aspect." The Miami Heat legend said that he talked to Smith after the confrontation. Wade told the ESPN host that he believed James checking him in public was a sign of respect. Wade said that as a father, he understood James' desire to crash out over his son. However, that did not exempt him from criticism for fueling the media frenzy over Bronny that Smith took part in. "Bron is my guy, but Bron did put some extra heat on Bronny," Wade said bluntly on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. He referenced a post from the Lakers star on X about his son from March 6, 2023, when James said, "Man, Bronny definitely better than some of these cats I've been watching on League Pass today." At the time, his son was still in high school. Ultimately, Wade was able to carefully play both sides on one of the most controversial topics in the NBA right now. His relationship with James gave him the confidence to call out his old teammate for his role in the public spat, while acknowledging that he would have also stepped to Smith if he was put in a similar situation. Mavericks lose superstar in proposed $204 million blockbuster trade with Lakers, Hornets. The Dallas Mavericks have been sinking down the standings of the Western Conference since trading Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers in February. Because that trade was so crazy, teams may see the Mavericks as an open market, and people are throwing out some wild trade proposals. The latest comes from Bleacher Report's Eric Pincus, who proposes a 3-team deal between the Mavericks, Charlotte Hornets, and Lakers. Any trade involving the Mavs and Lakers is sure to have Dallas fans shaking in their boots, and this one won't help. Pincus has the Mavericks receiving Lamelo Ball, Josh Okogie, Daquan Jeffries, a 2025 second-round pick from the Lakers, and 2 trade exceptions, the Lakers getting Daniel Gafford, and the Hornets getting Kyrie Irving, Dalton Knecht, Maxi Kleber, a 2025 first-round pick from Dallas, and a Lakers 2029 first-round pick via the Mavs. This trade makes absolutely no sense for the Mavericks, but here's how Pincus tried to explain it. The franchise can hope Irving returns by January to help make a playoff push, but it's asking a lot of an older veteran to jump back in like the injury never happened. The clock is ticking, and Irving, who averaged 24.7 points and 4.6 assists per game, may not be the same player for a long while, if at all. Ball is a 23-year-old, 6 feet 7 inches point guard. He's averaging 25.8 points and 7.0 assists a game for a bad Charlotte Hornets team. Are the Hornets a bottom-feeding team each year because of Ball, or has the franchise let him down in roster building? Dallas' risk is between Irving returning to form quickly enough to salvage next season and Ball, surrounded by a tremendous defensive squad with plenty of complementary scorers and shooters, proving he's a winning player in a much better situation. The Mavericks also give up Gafford, essentially the team's third center behind Derek Lively II and Davis. All 3 are currently out with injury. Assuming Dallas' 2025 first-round pick is in the 10 to 15 range, the franchise would theoretically choose Ball over a young prospect unlikely to help its immediate postseason goals. The 2029 first-round pick from the Lakers is also the price paid for a potential franchise guard in Ball. Even if Kyrie Irving may never be the same player, giving up more first-round picks, one projected to be a lottery pick, than they got back for Luka Doncic, sending out Irving, and getting back a player who has never led a team to the playoffs sounds like a disaster. This is a trade that needs to stay in the trade machine and never come back out. Dallas would be better off trying to select a ball handler with its first-round pick this year and hoping Irving can come back healthy toward the end of the season. And you fan? What do you think about LaMelo Ball situation? Write to us in the comments.